The weather's getting warmer, and everybody wants to be outside, even your smart speaker. Crank up your favorite Odyssey stations on your Amazon Echo, Google Nest, or Apple HomePod at the pool or while you're grilling. Get your summer soundtrack from stations across the USA, from top 40 to rock, R&B to country. It's all here on Odyssey. Play your favorite station at your command, hands-free on your smart speaker. Your summer soundtrack is part of a universe of audio on Odyssey.
The Classic Dad Podcast.
The Classic Dad Podcast.
His advice was, don't get anyone pregnant. It will ruin your life. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. Did I ruin his life?
The answer is yes.
And look at this, the great Sebastian Maniscalco on the Classic Dad Podcast.
My father came to my book signing, and people were lined up, and I was signing books, and I was opening up the books, and it was already signed. I go, what's going on? He's signing his own, my books.
The Classic Dad Podcast, an Odyssey original.
This is Jazz with a high fly ball, deep center field. Inciarte turns and looks. It's a 3-run homer for Jazz Chisholm Jr.
They have you yesterday, man, on the call on Valley, Florida. Paul Severino giving to the call. Jazz Chisholm sending a 3-run homer over the center field wall. Jazz Chisholm's Rookie of the Year campaign is well underway. He is a lot of fun, and he is really good. And it is nice to see a prospect burst onto the scene like this and actually put some wood on the baseball, Leroy.
Yep.
It is nice to see. And I mean, I think I'm in love. I think I'm in love with Jazz Chisholm. I don't know. I can't recall feeling this way about a baseball player in a long time. I was very hyped for at the time Mike Stanton's debut. I remember following his his daily updates in Jackson. Big Spoon. Yeah, that's how you start the third hour. But for Jazz, like, you know, I can understand where this like could go wrong. Like, he talks a lot of bleep. You know, he's very confident in himself, and doesn't matter. Comes in right at the gate. He's hitting the ball hard. He's got a good eye of the strike zone, and now he's knocking the ball out of the park the last couple of series. I love it. I am smitten. I am a smitten kitten, Robbie.
Finally getting some get back on that Zach Gallen trade.
Finally. Yep. The Z Gallen Stallion finally getting some get back on it. And, you know, finally putting a prospect in the lineup, and he doesn't hit like 150.
God.
It's so nice.
They got to move up in the order.
I think so. I mean, like, he's really, I think, he feels like he's added such a different spark to this team. Let's give you a chance to win some of Leroy's loot before we hear a little bit from the Marlins second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Your word this hour to win Leroy's loot. Boat. Boat. B-O-A-T. Text that to 72881. Boat. Text that to 72881. It's a national contest. Message and data rates may apply. Sponsored by Anna John Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. 1-800-747-3733. Text a boat to 72881 to have a chance at winning Leroy's loot. Let's get the headlines.
The Ticket is the home of every Miami Heat game.
Rebound, Achua put back inside. Oh, precious move there by Achua.
WAXY South Miami and WSFS HD2 Miramar. An Odyssey station.
Which is brought to you by the Orion Fields Downstairs Convenience Stores. Truly steps beyond convenient. If I would have known the word was boat, I would have come in with the Miami Hurricanes highlight against Florida State this past year because they boat raced them.
Oh, man.
So it's
you excited for the spring game?
Ooh.
Spring game. Charleston Rambo.
You know what that kind of game is? It's a
notepad game. We can watch this ACC network?
Yes, I think the ACC network is carrying it.
Hot damn.
Oh, do you think we'll get ricked on the call off of the spring game?
You see, what you got here is you got Charleston Rambo, and he's not first blood. He's more like fourth blood. And you need him to go vertical. Sometimes you got to be like the butterfly and make a button hook from your chrysalis. Yeah.
Okay.
Excitement that you guys have over the spring game.
Bro, listen, we got TVD out there, touch Von down.
Jake Garcia. Some Don Chaney Jr., some Rooster.
I mean, it's gonna be. They might as well call
McKicken.
No, I think he graduated. I think
he's gone. McKicken's gone. We got the new Borgalis.
Yeah, we got Baby Bo.
Did you see?
The brother, the younger brother.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And then did you see, Robbie? Did you see our guy, the Boot, Lou Headley? Did you see that his latest post where
he had his fourth kid?
He says no. His post was abs are overrated.
Yeah.
This picture, abs are overrated.
This is safe to say he's got a little pouch.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
He hides it with those tats.
Who's the guy next to him?
I don't know, his buddy. He's got a mullet.
He need to lift some weights.
I don't think that. Oh, he is. You know who that is? That's Florida State's punter. I think he's also Australian.
That's right. They copied.
He's also need to lift some weights.
He's also 43 years old.
I think one of the weirdest things in sports in general is when a player and a coach are damn near the same age.
Bad bod 2020.
Anyway, Robbie, so what do we got?
Yeah, by the way, Stunt Steve, he says that finally we don't have to hear Zach Duarte complain about the Zach Gallen trade.
I'll find a way. He'll find a way.
So,
as he's knocking on the door to Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, maybe passing by the Baker's Delight Center.
Oh, hey, wait, did we get?
No, they're hip. She's hip to our game now.
Oh, she snuffed it out.
Yeah, she snuffed it out.
She snuffed it out.
Yeah, what did she?
Little Bulls, the old Blue Balls Arena, though. I mean, we probably went a little too hard in the paint with that one.
Well, I mean, she did read a quote from a Twitter.
Yeah, she did. She did say the word "hoe bleep" on the air because of Kendrick Perkins.
Right.
The hoe.
My favorite part of that is like there's like a delay, like when you stub your toe.
Oh,
and she goes, "Oh, dump! Did I say that?
Oh, dump!"
Like if you have to wait for her to say dump, it's too late.
Exactly. Damage is done. Rob, we got a little Jazz Chisholm Jr. from last night. Jazz doing a fantastic job. Now, it was a great game yesterday. Marlins had themselves a lead.
Oh my goodness! Wait, when it started off 5-0.
Yep.
And then it was 5-2.
Yep.
It was 5-5.
Yeah. Well, this Ronald Acuna, he's very annoying. He's very annoying.
He's the only hitter that they can only pitch it right down the middle of the plate.
It might as well, because like if you try and go anywhere, he's hitting the ball. I think he's hitting like 450 this year so far.
I was so scared in that 10th inning. I'm like, oh, you got to walk Acuna. I was like, but Yimi, so it's a major guts.
He has, he has, I think 19 career home runs against the Marlins.
Something like that. You're probably right.
It's outlandish. And yesterday he tied it up 5-5. He loves beating the Marlins. He also loves beating the Marlins. He hates the Marlins' guts. I hate his guts because he's a diver and a hot dog and prima donna. But he is also really good. I mean, I can't deny what it is.
All right,
I mean,
at least I was getting ready to say you got to acknowledge
he's right up there with Chipper Jones. Right, like guys who have haunted. Just guys who have haunted you. He haunts you. And Jazz Chisholm yesterday, he goes deep. And he's telling his coaches, he's like, listen, I'm telling you, I want to be better than that guy.
I mean, it's exciting, like I tell my coaches every day before I go out there, like I got to be better than him today. Because, he's going to come out and give it his all and play hard and have fun. So I tell my coach every day, like, hey, I'm going to be better than him. It doesn't matter. I'm going to find a way to be better than him and we're going to win. Like every day. Like that's the guy that I go out there every day and be like, whatever he can do, I can do it better. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I have the same tool set as him. So I was like, I'm going to go out there and just like keep on doing it. So like when I see him get a hit, I see him hit a home run, I'm like, okay, I got to do it too. And like, I feel like he feels the same way. I feel like he's one of the guys just like how I think, like nobody should be better than me on the field. And I feel like that's how he thinks too. So like when you're trying to shine, he's going to come back and hit you back. So you got to go and hit him back. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of fun.
Why are you squeamish? Why are you squeamish? Too much young vigor.
Here's what I would say.
Too much energy. Too much confidence.
Here's what I would say. How long has Acuna been in the big leagues?
This is what, year 3, Robbie?
At
four?
At least 3 or 4.
Just in the big. He just signed that extension, right?
Yep.
Jazz has been in the bigs for
2 weeks.
A month.
Well, yeah.
Count last year?
Yeah, last year.
Last year is where I don't count last year. Last year he was wearing
a month.
Last year he was wearing number 70.
Jazz. I like his attitude. I like all the things that he's saying. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this, right? Acuna is not looking, going, "Ooh, I got to do what Jazz does."
Well, no, I mean, he's already established. He's an established player.
All right. That was my point. That was my point. Like, he already got his extension. What would he need to be like you for?
Probably worried about. He's probably wondering how he signed that extension, because he could have probably gotten triple that. Since.
And in another 2 years, would have been another 2 years, because they'll drag it out for 2 years. He'd get a check for plus that television deal. He probably got $200-300 million.
I would be calling my agent immediately after Tatis signed that $300 million deal and be like, "Hey, what the hell?
No.
You think he's cool with the Hundy?"
Understand this. When you look at Acuna and you think of a lot of other guys, like, I'm thinking, if that was me in that situation where I came from, I'm thinking,
$100 million. Yeah,
what's the difference between $150 million and $300 million right now in my life? Nothing.
$100 million is great to have.
It's all. Look, it is all going to change the lives of me and my family.
But here, let me counter you with this. Who was the guy that Tatis? He wanted like $1 more million, Robbie, or was it who wanted to beat him by $1 million? Who just got that deal? I'm trying to remember. He just signed
Bryce Harper.
No, it was Bryce. It was Bryce Harper.
But it had something to do with that. It had to be the highest paid or something like that.
Yeah, it was like they did
Trout had to make sure to get a higher number than Harper.
Trout did it, and then I think Tatis did it. Yeah. Somebody beat him by $1 million, and so it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Like, hey, it's all awesome. He's making $100 million. One guy's making $300 million. But like, A-Rod, I heard Zazzle mentioned this the other day, how A-Rod wanted to be exactly double of Kevin Garnett. Like, some of this ego with the money, it's so crazy. Like, they do like doing dumb stuff like that.
Yeah. But and that's all fine and great. And I'm not
Lindor. Thank you. It was Lindor.
Oh,
Lindor just got $1 more million than Tatis.
Okay. But
had to do it. Had to get the extra million.
But what I would say is this. Is that when you're talking about where Acuna is, okay, he's in a different place, because he still has, I think the other two guys were done with arbitration, right?
No.
Like Tatis just got his arbitration bought out, like, basically, with his big
they just bought out the years. Lindor was going to be a free agent.
Okay. Look, I'm never going to get mad at a guy, understanding my own upbringing and understanding that right now they were all talking about generational money.
Yeah.
That to that guy, not knowing his background or where he came from or how he grew up or whatever. But from my standpoint, that $150 million is like $1 billion.
Sure.
And so if I can change, me and my family's life now versus waiting 2 days, even 2 years or a period of time, even though it may be greater, that puts us in a situation that my family has never been in.
Sure. Enough of this hot dog. You know what? Enough of this hot dog. I want to talk about my guy. All right. I'm tired of talking about Ronald Acuna. He kicked his ass yesterday. 4 straight overall, going for the clean sweep after taking 3 in a row, Leroy. Go. You know what, Jack? You want to know something, Ronald?
Is that land on Spider Watch?
Listen. You know what they are? You know what they're on? They're on sweep watch. That's what they're watching now, because we're busting out the brooms, the Windex, the squeegees. We got the Swiffers out today. It's all happening for us.
Oh
Here's
no,
more from-
you got to sweep them with the monocle. Carry on.
Here's Jazz Chisholm saying, we didn't forget what Atlanta did to us in the playoffs last year.
We came back in with the fire in our eyes. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't forget what happened last year in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't forget anything that happened last year. We're coming back with the fire in our eyes, and we're showing that we deserve to be talked about in this league. You know what I mean? Like, our team is amazing. Our pitching staff is amazing. Our defense is amazing. Our base running, our offense is just amazing as well. So, I mean, like, we want to show everybody that we're not a team to mess around with, and I feel like everybody's seen that now.
Woo! I love this.
Now,
game.
Robbie.
I am in love.
Robbie didn't see it yet.
I am in love with this
Robbie.
game.
Robbie just saw it this past couple of days, right, Robbie?
Facts changed.
You hadn't seen it.
The facts have changed.
The fact, Robbie.
That's your line.
The first week of the season, though.
Yeah, we got new facts.
Oh,
so we're gonna do this every week. So if they have a bad week, facts change.
You're the one that started it. That was your thing.
Yeah,
not about stuff like this, though.
You sure?
Yeah. Probably something stupid you guys said.
No,
it
was about the heat.
You know what we got coming in this weekend, Robbie? You know, we got the Giants coming to town. Jazz greater than Yaz.
Oh,
coming down today. I don't care what
serious.
I don't care what lineage of Yastrzemski's coming to town. Jazz better than Yaz. Buster.
Fire in the eyes.
What?
I've never heard of that.
Dude, they have fire in the eyes.
No, I thought you had fire in your belly.
No,
you can have both. You gotta have the look, the fire in the eyes, and then you can have it in the belly.
Well, fire in your belly is when you're hungry.
You look like a fire.
Jazz, you always got fire in your belly. Then.
Jazz is a fire in the eyes type of guy, and like Brian Anderson's fire in the belly type of guy. You know, he tries to bubbles up. A lot of emotion comes out of him when he's upset.
I get fire in my belly. I'm thinking I got the bubble guts.
We should pay Yaz a visit in left field for old time's sake, like we did before.
Yes, you bum.
Dude, and ironically, that's the same spot when we were sitting in front of Jeets.
Oh yeah,
man. like we were talking very early, and we were heckling some people on the field, and then we look behind us, and we go, "Oh, it's Jeets' office," and then the blinds just slowly closed.
Let's get one more from Jazz Chisholm from yesterday. It is Jackie Robinson Day today, as they're going to get to wear number 42. And Jazz Chisholm says that this is the game he's most nervous for, more nervous than opening day.
This is going to be my first day playing on Jackie Robinson Day in my career. So I don't even know how I'm going to feel tomorrow. I feel like this is going to be the one day that I have like probably jitters to go on the field and wear 42. You know, like opening day I wasn't feeling anything, but I feel like tomorrow, just because it's Jackie Robinson Day, that it's going to be a different feeling out there. I'm going to still go out there and have fun, but I just feel like it's the honor, you know, to go and wear that number where he was one of the first to do it for our people. So, I mean, like, it's exciting. It's very exciting.
Jazz Chisholm.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, he shouted out. He hit it over the Hank Aaron number yesterday. He said that was a big deal to him too, Leroy.
Hank Aaron, yep. I remember Hank Aaron growing up. I actually watched when he was going for his for the home run lead. They would like break in every time he had an at bat. So you would see that bat, but that we didn't have that digital, you know, high def TV. We had knobs. And you turn the knobs.
Yeah, the little
oh yeah. No, to be honest with you, I think we had just started. No, I don't know if we had cable yet. Didn't have.
Just started getting wired.
Yeah, we didn't have cable. Oh no, dude. What? So when I first got into the league, right? I got my mom a car, not at night, just a car she can get around and not have to worry about, you know, having the hood mechanic fix it. Because, you know, things happen there. Then I got my grandfather. My grandmother called me and said the TV broke. So I went and had a big TV delivered to their house. Now, it was like one of the flat screen TVs because they had, you know, old grandma. You go over to grandma and grandpa's house. They got that big old
the box.
wood with the big TV in the wood box.
What was with people paneling wood back in the day? Like cars had wood panel, TVs had wood panel. What was the deal?
Right. It's Jose, that station wagon with the wood panel. Right. So I got him the TV, right?
Yep.
We get the TV, bring it over. And he wanted to hook the cable box to the TV. And I'm saying, no, you need an adapter because the new TVs don't have the little wires that you connect in the back. That's how they used to do it. This one had a plug. I said, so we need to go get it. He said, well, I've been stealing cable from the neighbor from the pole up there for the last 5 years. He said, I climb up there and I hook the cable and bring it down. You think I can't hook it up to this TV? I say, not with that adapter. He said, I bet you I will. He said, you come back here next year. I bet you I'm going to have some cable. They have no, dude. My grandmother was calling me during the year, yelling at me because he's so stubborn. He say, I just won't have cable. If I can't hook it up for free off the pole, I just won't have cable. She's like, we got this brand new TV. We can't even watch TV.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, I mean, this is going to be some. We got some. The only way I can describe what we got coming up next, we got some art coming up next. An artist performing his art. That's next. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. We got Robbie the Degenerate, Jay Fig rolling along with us on this Thursday morning. Miami Heat, they lost last night to the Denver Nuggets. If you guys did not stay up late, you did not miss it. Hey, you're smarter than I. I stayed up until the end and threw a post game last night like an idiot. And it was all for what? For what? For what? You know, it was just whatever. We'll get back into it in a little bit. I want to have some fun on this Thursday.
Come on.
Want to have some fun. First, what do you want to hear first? You want to hear an incredible ending to last night, or you want to hear some art? An artist do his art?
I want the artist because I think I have an idea of who it's going to be.
All right, so the Heat are taking on the Nets on Sunday. I don't know who's going to play. You never know with these Nets. It's a roll of the dice. You know, they have this amazing big three, but, you know, they kind of just, you know, pull down the slot machine and you never know. Maybe you get KD. The Heat, actually, I feel like they played one of the rare games where all those guys play together. It was the game where Bam had 41. Oh, that was good. That was a fun game. Funnest loss of the year. But, you know, mostly it's that Kyrie's taking a personal day. You know, Kevin Durant is hurt. Now Kevin Durant's resting. You never know. And so yesterday was supposed to be a pretty big showdown. You had the Sixers and the Nets, national television, but you got the word no Kevin Durant because they had a back-to-back. They had their game. Actually, they ended up having their game postponed. So it ended up being an unexpected back-to-back. Well, this angered a radio host to no end. And that radio host is Christopher Mad Dog Russo, the OG. All right. Him. This is the funny thing. You know, like Mike and the Mad Dog, an iconic duo. All right. But you could tell in the later years, Mike was slipping. All right. He's falling asleep. Well, you know, Stan Lee dies. He's like, oh, who cares?
Oh, who cares?
You know, he just doesn't have the same passion. He's wrong all the time. But the unbelievable fire that Chris Russo at his age is still able to bring.
Woo.
This man has not lost his fastball. And what happened when he learned that Kevin Durant was not going to play against the Sixers was nothing short of Picasso. Here it is.
Let's go to Pat Riley. Hey, Pat. No Ewing tonight. I know you're playing the Bulls and Jordan, but Ewing's going to pass because his knees are sore. Ewing, who played every night when he was freaking, I was there many a night in many a locker room when Ewing had to freaking ice his knees. Talk to the media every game. Sit in front of that locker room every game. Sat there with his ice on his knees, and he played night after night after night after night. Played his ass off. Night after night. You think I tell you something right now? You ain't wanted to play. How about Krause telling Jordan somewhere in the 98 season when Pippen decided to take a pass with that late surgery, as we all saw there in the documentary? How about Krause telling Mike, Mike, we're in Sacramento tonight. You played last night. Let's take a blow. You know what Jordan would do? You know what Jordan would do? My God almighty! You couldn't rip that uniform off him. That's basketball. That's what he would do. He'd freaking play. How about Paul Silas? How about Havlicek? Ran 8 miles every game. Havel played from 1963 to 1979. 16 freaking years. Every single game. You think Havlicek's taking a night off? Havlicek! Twice the player that any of these guys are. Don't bet Havlicek was. It makes me sick. And you guys rip Cousy. How many games Cousy played? He'd taken trains to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and run into the ball game because the train is late, and they played the night before in Boston. And he'd go out there and play 45 minutes. How about freaking Durant say, you know what, I'm playing. Get the hell out of here. Durant, instead of fighting Michael Rappaport, how about Durant tell freaking Nash and his freaking owner who's paying him $40 million, and the GM Marks, who's a freaking out of the Popovich school, how about Durant just say, give me the goddamn uniform. I'm playing tonight.
Courtesy of Sirius XM. Mad Dog Radio. Oh my God.
Wait, it's like I sometimes catch myself to where from the start to the finish, you forget why you're mad, right? Because I don't know how aware of this he is. And this is not a knock on Paul Silas, Cousy, and Havlicek. But does he realize that the people who are listening to him on Sirius XM, which wasn't even available when those guys were playing, probably doesn't care that somebody had to take a train to a basketball game.
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
That was, I don't usually agree with Chris Russo's takes. I don't. He makes some points on this one, but it's just his delivery. I don't even care what his takes are sometimes, other than when you call Miami fans rats up a ship. Then you can go to hell. But other than that, typically, just sitting back and watching an artist with his canvas, and it's just like, wow. I can't imagine. I couldn't imagine. I hope that like 35 years into my career, I could still bring it like that, because that guy, he can dial it up. He can dial it up. It's
yeah.
Have a check. Oh my God, Cozy! I just can't even imagine 60-year-old Tobin.
No,
60-year-old Tobin doing a whale sound.
Yes.
You think Riley's not gonna get someone? He'll get him. You're going to call him washed? Riley Cyborg?
Wait, when you're 60, you're still going to be talking about Pat Riley?
Yeah,
getting
Pat Riley's 105.
Yeah.
Still making moves.
We got artificial intelligence, Riley. Oh, my God. It's so funny. Hurt my stomach.
He's amazing.
All right, we come up next segment. We got our favorite.
What transition?
We got our favorite game coming up. This is it's appropriate. We got our favorite Thursday game. If I'm honest, just like Chris Russo, he's always honest. We got that coming up for you next.
How about Havlicek?
If I'm honest,
It's time for If I'm
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 790 The Ticket. We take you up until 10 o'clock today. We'll go around the room, play a little If I'm honest, based, of course, of our lovable little dragon, Goran Dragic. Our lovable little 6'3" dragon who is, he's got back problems right now. And he's old. Don't worry, though. I don't see all you people rats off a ship on Gogi all smooching his ass last year, saying that, he's past Tim Hardaway. And now you're calling him a bum. Bastards.
How
anyway.
about Havlicek?
How about Havlicek? How about John Crotty? What about Blake Ahern? Well, you remember when he was point guard? How about Mike Bibby? You don't think you should love your point guard, Goran Dragic?
How about Havlicek?
If I'm honest, I got to tell you, the Trevor Lawrence SI story got me a little shook.
If I'm honest.
You know?
What?
Got me a little shook. And I think the Jaguars should start looking at Zach Wilson. I mean, he was making those Mahomes throws. I haven't heard anything about him, not loving football. He's trying to do the little razzle-dazzle. And you already got this Urban Meyer who I don't trust. So I got to tell you, the Trevor Lawrence, could live without football, could not live without football. I want a guy who bleeds football. Bleeds football, like Leroy Hoard did back in the day for the Cleveland Browns.
Havlicek.
Bled like Havlicek. That's who I want. So Trevor Lawrence's dad saying, I guess Super Bowl ticket or leave it. One, shut up. And second of all, made me nervous. What about you, Leroy?
He's starting to sound like Chris Sims, who's on that same show.
If I'm honest, I believe one of two things are going to happen in this year's draft for the Dolphins.
Ooh.
They're going to end up at the end of this, was it Thursday or Friday?
A week from 2 weeks from tomorrow, today, I believe, is the draft.
Okay. So on 2 Thursdays from now, the Dolphins will select either Kyle Pitts or Micah Parsons.
Ooh.
One of them will be a Dolphin by the end of the night.
I like that.
I just think the way Brian Flores thinks and the versatility of both of those players, when you think about all the players that are available in the first round, those guys are most appealing to the way they like to do things. I mean, for example, Micah Parsons could take over for Kyle Van Noy.
Yep.
And Kyle Pitts gives you a dynamic on offense that rivals no one in the middle of the field or in the outside. I mean, think about this. He could play the position of the tight end in the middle of the field in Gesicki, and he can be more dominant outside than Devontae Parker because he's faster. So those are the two players that I absolutely think, if you're a team that doesn't need a quarterback, that you have to end up with a player along those lines, is that he can basically, the way Bill Belichick used to say things is that we only have a 53-man roster, but we can fill 100 positions with those 53 guys.
Robbie?
If I'm honest,
I've
had some stance on the uniforms this year, and we all hate the Atlanta Braves, and the Atlanta Braves this past week.
I love those uniforms,
and I hate to give the Atlanta Braves credit, but if I'm honest, those Braves Hank Aaron uniforms are pretty good.
Those are the Hank Aaron uniforms. Those are nice.
I hate to say it, but they're pretty good.
That royal blue and red.
It's good.
Not
throwback.
every team going to the I like the old Patriots red and blue, not the new navy blue.
Mm-hmm.
I like that royal blue, like Kansas City royal blue. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's look, they are pretty sweet, but I mean, they're still the Braves, so they can go to hell.
Feels like everyone's throwback uniform is better. I feel like we've done this bit 1,000 times. So kids,
well, because they actually have throwback uniforms to go to, not just 1990s.
So kids, if you're lesson in life, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Really?
That's the lesson?
Yes. Robbie,
we would never get the iPhone.
That's not what I was nothing to do with
do
it.
you own an iPhone or a flip phone, Robbie?
Well, they made
a BlackBerry.
Okay, but that's an improvement of the phone. The change in uniform is not an improvement over the old uniform.
Like
how about Havlicek?
I think I'm gonna yell that to my wife.
Ooh, Robbie.
Just yell, how about Havlicek?
I think how about Havlicek is just going to be the over whatever I'm upset with. It's just going to be how about Havlicek.
How about Havlicek?
J Fig, what do you got?
If I'm honest, I knew Robbie loved betting a lot, but the fact that he wants me to go on his show and talk about the ACMs, and he plays bets on country music, concerns me every time.
If I'm honest.
Hey, he's a sick man.
Action is action.
He is a sick individual. He loves gambling more than anything, and he's going to look for any advantage that he could get.
Just wait till Friday. Wait till tomorrow, what I'm going to be throwing out there.
Really? Oh wow.
The Mag 7 is the Mag 7 is already locked and loaded.
Just saying.
All right, let's get to some of the if I'm honest from our listeners on Twitch. Let's see. I saw a bunch of them fly in. If I'm honest, Heat are going to have a first round exit. -1 to L Nice. He's rats off a ship.
-1.
D Sizzle. If I'm honest, the Royds and Aaron Donald are starting to kick in after his assault on Sunday. Alleged assault, sir. Alleged. But I saw what happened to that guy's face. And if I'm honest, that does look like how it would look if the multi-defensive player of the year were to cave in your face.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a crazy story. If I'm honest. If I'm honest, we suck because of Bam. Hollywood Hector -1 to him. Go to hell.
-1.
-1.
Go to 1. I don't like it. I don't like it. Another one says, if I'm honest, the Dolphins are going to mess up the draft. -1, bro.
Here.
-1.
With all the picks they have, it's highly unlikely that they'll miss on every pick. And what I say about the draft is this.
Let's say trade them all.
Sometimes you can make the right decision in life and it doesn't work out. So if the plan is to fill a void and you take the highest rated player at that position and he ends up not working out, and then 2 rounds later you have a guy who ends up being a Hall of Famer, that doesn't mean you picked the wrong guy. It just means that it didn't work out. Stop playing the results for the draft.
Guy goes, if I'm honest, Robbie's witness protection lighting actually kind of cool. All right, you got somebody on your side there, Robbie. Kelso, if I'm honest, Tobin acts like we don't know he's a Jags fan. I am a Jags fan, but I'm not. I don't like Urban Meyer, so he can go to hell, and he's gonna fail.
If I'm honest, I'd give him six games before he does the old health issues.
Nope.
If I'm honest,
I bet you he has success there.
If I'm honest, Tom Coughlin ruined it for me.
By the way, I'm playing the percentages. You guys aren't.
After Tom Coughlin saved it for me, Tom Coughlin ruined it for me.
Again, I'm going with the percentages. You guys are not.
Well, Urban Meyer,
everywhere this man has coached, he's been successful
and quit.
There is no coaching spot on his resume where he hasn't had success. He's not like Pete Carroll, who got fired with the Jets and with New England, with the Patriots, and then went to USC and had success, and then went to Seattle. No, every spot, every place that this man has coached, he's been successful. So I'm just going to play the percentages.
Texters right in. If I'm honest, texters are no longer a part of this show. Not true. I've read plenty of text today. -1 to that texter.
-1.
If I'm honest, Jay Fig, who's been doing secret weekend Q&As, she needs to do more regular Q&As on this show.
If I'm honest, if it means less talk out of you, if I'm honest, Robbie, if it means less talk out of you and less Q&As out of you, I'm all for it.
I'm all for it too.
If I'm honest.
Lacosta goes, if I'm honest, I called it to work 3 times this week. Kyrie is my hero.
How about Havlicek?
We're back after this.